Grief feels like the world stopped spinning, but only for you. The noise of life goes on, but inside everything is quiet, heavy, and colorless. If you're here, you might be wondering if that feeling ever fades. It can, and it starts with one small truth. This video, I will kick it off with a story of C.S. Lewis, give you some quick tips you can easily remember, and 3 lessons of C.S. Lewis, his story, we can all learn something from. Let's wrap ourselves in a blankie and get through this very heavy topic together. I want to share the journey of C.S. Lewis, not the famous writer of the Chronicles of Narnia, but a man deeply in love and then deeply broken. Lewis met Joy David Mann later in life, and their marriage was filled with the kind of connection most people can only dream about, full of laughter, long conversations, and mutual respect, but their time together was far shorter than either of them imagined. When Joy died, Lewis was plunged into a grief so consuming it shook the very foundation of his faith. In the private writings that become a grief observed, Lewis admits that grief was not at all what he expected. He thought it would be like a single wound that time would only slowly heal. Instead, he found that it to be a shifting presence, sometimes dull and bearable, other times sharp enough to steal his breath. He writes, "Her absence is like the sky spread over everything. That one line, that all-encompassing nature of grief. It isn't just a single feeling you visit, it becomes the backdrop of every thought and moment." Lewis speaks of the disorientation. The familiar room suddenly feels strange, how even happiness feels wrong, as if it's a betrayal. At times he describes feeling as though God has closed the door and double-bolted it from the other side. But as the days passed, something shifted. He began to see that the silence wasn't absence, but a space in which his own heart was being remade. Paraphrasing his words, grief is like fear. You feel unsteady, your stomach clenches, your mind races, but instead of running from something, you're standing in the middle of a world where something dear has vanished. He also realized that grief can make you see the one you lost more truthfully, not less. In his earlier shock, his memories were blurred with longing. Over time, the haze lifted, and he began to remember Joy, not as the idealized figure, but as the real woman she was. This, he found, was a deeper form of love. Lewis' greatest insight was that grief doesn't simply shrink over time. Instead, your love grows around it. Imagine a tree with a stone at its roots. Over here, the tree doesn't push the stone away. It bends, it shapes itself, it thrives while carrying it. That's what healing looks like. Not forgetting, but growing. Here are 3 ways to process grief without losing yourself. 1. Name what you feel. Say it out loud or write it down. Labeling emotions help the brain process them. 2. Let's carry others part of it. Join a support group, talk to friends, or share with a counselor. Connection lightens the weight. 3. Create a ritual of remembrance. Light a candle, visit a place, or tell their story. Honor, don't hide your love. And I wanted to include 3 lessons from Luz's journey that can help you navigate your own. 1. Be honest about your pain. Luz didn't pretend to be strong. He put the truth on paper, raw, messy, and human. Give yourself that same honesty. 2. Let grief change shape. Some days it will feel unbearable. Other days it will whisper quietly. Accept both without judgment. 3. Keep a connection. For Lewis, remembering joy truthfully, not as an untouchable memory, but as the real person, kept her close in a healthy way. Grief is the proof that you loved deeply, and while it will shape you, it doesn't have to break you. You can grow around it, and in that growth, you will carry both their memory and your own life forward. I hope this video made you a little less alone in the painful moments after such a big loss like this. Now, we must part. If you want to write anything for the others listening that also feel grief to help them out, feel free to do so in the comments down below. Take care of your heart, sweet gentle soul. Until the next one.